I had not practiced English like crazy, I wouldn't have been able to speak English like this today. Today I am going to share with you 8 keys to unlock your English fluency. And be ready because you are going to take this challenge for this upcoming month. This year, 2024, is just about to go. How much you have achieved this year and how much you are going to achieve, because still you have 1 month, this upcoming December. I started this YouTube channel. Yes, exactly this YouTube channel where I speak English confidently. I do take one-on-one and group sessions. Yes, where I do speak confidently. Wherever I go now, I speak English confidently. And last but not the least, I am getting a lot of opportunities with open arms. Why? Because I practiced English like crazy. I added this language in every cell of my body. What about you? Are you practicing English like crazy? I'm talking about practicing like crazy. Are you even practicing for 5 minutes, for 10 minutes, for 20 minutes per day? Only you know the answer. And your fluency is dependent on your answer. So write down in the comment section, are you practicing like crazy or you are not even practicing English? So before sharing these 8 keys to unlock your English fluency, first I'm going to share my experience that how I used to practice English like crazy. I still remember those crazy days when I used to practice English. Okay, so let's just start. Couple of years back, yes, when I actually fell in love with this language, because before that I used to hate this language. I've already shared my journey. You can check the videos in the description box. I used to hate a lot, and because of that, judgment, nervousness, mistake, everything was there. Okay, so I used to hate this language, but I had not learned this language because people told me that you must learn this language, you will get a lot of opportunities. No, the reason was something else, and that was that I fell in love with this language. Then I became crazy. I was literally bad at it. I could not utter even a single word. But you know, when something happens with you, you are actually falling in love with something and then you are not able to get that thing. The same feeling I had. Then couple of things I experienced, and these were the things which made me practice English like crazy, and the result is right in front of you. Okay, so the first thing, it was clear in my mind, I have to learn this language and I will not take much time. And because I was damn ambitious, I wanted to instill this language in every cell of my body. I was ready for this. But was I excited for other activities too, like listening, reading, writing, studying? Obviously not. But as I told you, my body, my mind, my everything was ready to instill this language in every cell of my body. Then what is second thing which I did? I arouse curiosity. I arouse interest for other things too. Yes, speaking was the major part, and I'll tell you how I did that, right? But I arouse interest and curiosity for other things too. Yes, I know people say we don't take interest while reading, while writing, listening, not our cup of tea. But can I tell you one thing? You have to create that interest in you. It will not come automatically, right? Same thing I did when I was clear in my mind that I'll not take much time. The second thing which I did was, I said, all right, I am going to take interest. And what's the best way to take interest in something? Simply start doing that thing. Yes, you will feel bored, but the more exposure you will get, the more you will indulge, immerse into it, the more you will start taking interest. That's what I did. Second thing. Now third thing, I used to go for a job, right? So what I did, and this is gonna be the lesson for you. Okay, what I did, I used to see that I have these couple of things only, like I will sleep, I will eat, I will go for job, and I will speak in English. Okay, I will do all the activities related to English. So that was all. I put every other unnecessary thing aside because I knew I have plenty of goals in my life And this is one goal which I have to get it now, and then I have to put it aside, because there are a lot of opportunities clinging with this single language, and that will be right in front of me if I give my time and energy to this language now. So that thing happened, right? Now, if you are a free person, okay, if you are a free person, let's suppose you don't have anything to do all day long, the only thing on which you are going to focus right now needs to be eat, sleep and speak. Or you can make it more, okay, eat, sleep, speak, read. Eat, sleep, speak, read and listen in English. So these needs to be your activities. As I did, I forgot everything. Actually, I knew that I have to eat for survival, I have to sleep for survival. That's why I was eating and sleeping. Otherwise, I was literally indulging in English. Are you doing that? Another thing I did was, when I thought it is becoming little hectic for me, by the way, it was not, because I was enjoying that a lot, I left my job. I quit my job because I was not getting enough time, ample amount of time to practice English. Okay, so I quit my job. And after that, what was my work? Sleep, eat, speak in English, write in English, listen in English. So if you are a freebie, this is gonna be your activity. If you are a housewife, okay, eat, sleep, do household chores, then you do not need to add any other activity here. You just have to speak. You just have to speak, you just have to practice, you just have to listen, you just have to read, you just have to write. I can understand you are not curious, you are not interested. But nothing happens overnight. I was the same person. Okay, I also aroused that curiosity and interest in me. So you are going to do the same. If you are a person, let's suppose you're not a homemaker, but you are a person who is going for job and all. Now, what's your duty? Your work is eat, sleep, go for job and practice. The more you will do it, the more you will arise that curiosity in you. Both thing. I was into listening, because listening is kind of speaking, believe it or not, because that I did for so long, for many years, right? So I started listening like a crazy. I started listening like crazy in the sense I literally closed my ears. I took Bluetooth, I put that, I closed my ears for my first language and I opened my ears for my second language, because I wanted to get exposure of second language, not of this first language. And when we switch a lot, then we just make our mind confused. Another thing which I started doing to make it more exciting, I started listening English songs and I started singing songs simultaneously. That was another kind of practice which I was doing, because I was putting my mouth muscles into pronouncing certain words in English, where I was in the flow while singing that song. But listen like crazy, enjoy that song, sing out loud. You can do it. I know what else. People will judge you. Yeah, it will happen for one time, two time, but third time you will not care about them. Fifth thing I did was, I had not left even a single place or single platform where I did not practice. I practiced everywhere. Okay, first I started with YouTube comment sections. Nowadays there are a lot of applications where you can go and practice, but when I started, I was not able to find good applications. So I started with YouTube comment sections. I started watching some videos, not some, I was literally into it, and I used to find some great channels where people were sharing their email IDs. So I shared mine too, and then I started receiving some messages from people that yes, they want to practice, and I started practicing with them. Another thing, when I was not able to get enough people, then I went for applications, and you won't believe I did not leave any single application. I had not left any single application. So there were a couple of applications and I was exploring each and every, that how can I make more out of these applications. So some applications were literally horrible, pathetic. I was thinking why I went there, because no one was there to practice. Even they were not speaking in English when I went there, and I felt so bad. And after struggling a lot, I found some applications, but I did not stop. Whenever I was just jumping and I was practicing, and I practiced. I found applications like crazy. And yes, one thing, obviously everything was new for me. Okay, when I used to read in front of my family in English, it was new for me. When I used to listen in English, because I was not very habitual, so it was new for me. When I used to speak in front of them, maybe sometimes to me, sometimes in applications, oh my god, it was literally very judgmental, because it was new, kind of learning new language, and all are seeing, they're keeping an eye on you, what the hell she's doing, right? So I faced a lot of challenges, a lot of judgments, but still it was in my mind, I have to face it, because if today I'm going to face it, tomorrow it will not be a challenge anymore. So I faced each and everything, whatever was coming there, okay, as a new language learner. I used to hide a lot. I used to hide somewhere in the terrace while talking to people in English, somewhere in my room, somewhere I used to just, peek here and there. Oh my god, someone will come and they will see me that I'm speaking in English. But still I made that. Okay, after a period of time, it was not a big problem for me. People were seeing, my mother, parents, siblings, like whoever, but I was quite comfortable while speaking in English. And believe me guys, my routine, my sleeping, my eating, my walking, my all to-do list was English, and I made that like crazy. Okay, now it was all about my experience. It was my experience which I've shared with you, that how I fell in this language and how I started walking on the path where I had decided in my mind that I will make it, and I became so crazy for this. Okay, and that's what I want to tell you with these 8 keys, how you're going to unlock your fluency and you're going to practice like crazy. Okay, so without wasting your precious time, let me take you towards these 8 interesting keys.